So I have direct experience with this MK Ultra stuff, and I've been trying to fully understand it from a scientific framework because I don't understand the science nor the technology, but you seem to have a lot more knowledge. Do you think you could go into more depth on that?
Who? Are you
On
asking
MK
me?
Ultra, the harmonics. You briefly mentioned it about them being able to tap into your particular frequency to make you do, think, see, feel, whatever.
Yeah, I think it's possible.
Oh,
I
I know
know that.
it's possible.
No, I know they're doing it. I know they're doing it. I mean, if they're scraping your thoughts, man, that's creepy, isn't it?
I was just curious if you understand more technical um, aspects of it because I can only explain it from my experience, but I don't actually know how they're doing it. Like what?
Well, like your let's see, like the 5G phone, the it's all about the frequency. How they're doing exactly how they're doing it. It's going to be the radio frequencies. I know that exactly who's doing it or how they're doing it or how they're able to facilitate the honing in on just you or
Well,
why
I'm
would they
not
do
getting
it to just you?
my partner's getting hit with MK,
Your
and
partner?
I know every time he gets hit. So I'm doing like
And just out of curiosity, not to put his shit out on the line, but is he in any like a
he's
sensitive position?
military. He's in military.
He's in the
His
military, but
hands are white.
is he in a sensitive position? Huh?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, he is.
Yes.
Um, Yikes.
Whoa,
Um,
you saw that timing right when I pinned that message? That was fucking weird.
that's
That's weird as shit.
I don't know. Well, when you're talking about that, has he sought help on this situation?
No. I
Well,
am help and it's all through spiritual warfare. And he
you know what? He could contact the DNI, which is the Director of National Intelligence. That's what I would do. If he's in the military, that's what I would do. What has he got to lose?
I think anything related to the government isn't going to help him. I think they're all infiltrated and corrupt. And they're all using MK on all of those fucking people. So I don't know how going to another government agency is going to help him.
Um, well, I don't know how. Well, he's still is he still in the military?
Yes.
And he's not due to get out for how long? Do you know?
A year and a half is when he can finally retire.
Wait,
If they
retire?
if they let him out.
Is that right?
Yeah.
What do you mean if they let him out?
They don't have to let you go.
Well, that's true. You're always property, technically, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what he would do, to be quite honest. There's well, that's a hard one. That's a hard one. The probably best thing that you probably would do if you're going to go to the private sector is probably consult a healer or something.
Well, that's me. I do spiritual warfare for him.
Right, that's what I'm talking about.
That's all I
Actually, huh?
that's all I can do for him right now. Is I literally clear and protect him constantly. Every day he gets hit with MK and voodoo.
He gets hit with who? MK what?
And voodoo.
Voodoo?
Yes.
What do you mean voodoo?
I mean witchcraft.
Well, wait a minute. Hold on a second. A lot of the witchcraft stuff. Does he believe that he's getting hit by that stuff?
I know he's getting hit by that
Well,
stuff.
I understand, but what I'm saying is a lot of voodoo. If you've looked into it, a lot of voodoo is. I'm not saying he's psychosomatic. Don't get me wrong, but it's in that direction because if you believe in the voodoo, it'll have a far more reaching effect than if you're just like, eh. You agree with that?
Um, No, because I didn't believe in voodoo at all, and I got hit by it.
Okay.
I
If you
would
don't
say
believe in it, then how do you know you got hit by it? It doesn't even make sense.
I didn't know what it was for a long time. Believe me, you know when you get hit. When you're
Okay,
screaming,
and when you got hit, what happened to
you
you?
know you're getting hit by something, and then you have to figure it out.
When you got hit by, what happened to you?
Well, for me, I don't know what it's like for him, but for me, it was like I was being stabbed in my back, like literally, like I would wake up screaming from being stabbed in my sleep.
Now, were you asleep or were you awake?
I was asleep. Well, in this instance, I was asleep.
Huh. Well, if you're in the healing arts and all that stuff, have you decided to consult somebody else?
I learned from somebody else.
I understand, but my opinion is the best way to maybe help facilitate change would to go outside of yourself and go to someone else.
For what exactly are you referring to?
Well, you're saying that he's being hit
Mm-hmm.
with the frequency. If you're of that type of work where you're dealing with frequencies and you're dealing with meditation and those sorts of things,
Mm-hmm.
I would say you go outside of yourself and get somebody with a little bit more experience maybe in that area to
That's
help the
initially what
situation.
I did.
Huh?
That's initially what I did. I sought help because I had no fucking clue how to do this stuff. I went out and found somebody who did know how to do it. She took care of it, handled it, and then taught me how to do it for myself because I literally could feel him get hit all the time. So I had to
Second opinion?
just.
Yeah,
I'm
not.
serious. Like, I mean, maybe you should talk to
Like
somebody else.
working with a group of people. She was just the main one. But we don't have to keep talking about this. Apparently,
Well, I don't really know what to tell you because I don't really know.
Okay.
I know that they get you to the frequency, but here's the thing: even if you killed your own router, it's not going to do you any good. Because especially if you live in a condo, a townhome, or an apartment, you're about done. Because in every direction around you, within 100 feet or less, is another router. You see how we got ourselves in this big old pickle?
Mm-hmm.
That is generally speaking ways to prevent it, but you do have to take steps to do this, consciously.
Well, yeah,
I'm
you
no
can.
longer getting hit. It is
There.
him getting hit. And when he's controlled by MK, they own him.
Well, the government owns him anyway. He signed into that contract.
True.
Yeah, but he didn't sign up for MK Ultra. He
Sure,
signed up for the war.
Well, nobody signs up for MK Ultra. I mean, that is something that just gets thrown onto you. Like you're in a unique situation, Sarah. So you need to. I mean, like I believe you. I mean, you know me. Like I believe the MK Ultra stuff. I believe the black magic stuff, right?
Mhm.
But you need somebody who is an expert in those fields.
Yeah,
Because
these are
I'm not
buzzwords.
entirely
Where
You need somebody who can get down to the
experts are, I will talk to them, but I don't know how to contact them.
It
Most of
seems.
them. Sorry, Mitch. Go ahead.
No, you're good. You're good. There are solutions. I'm saying it's you know just you got to be rational, and not
Now, what
emotional.
about making your own stamps? I've heard that you can make your own stamps. Do you know anything about that?
I'm just saying these are common buzzwords, that you're hearing on the internet and stuff, and so I just think that you really need to get with somebody to specifically dig into the details of what's going on, and then you can come up with some sort of
Someone's feeding back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's probably Neil.
I love how when Montagraph discusses this technically through science with frequencies, everyone believes him. But when I start using spiritual words to explain what he's talking about, because I don't have the technical scientific language, people think I'm full of shit. That's what's funny. Like, people want me to be in a straitjacket now. I'm saying the same thing.
I don't know about that.
Language.
I don't see that. I don't see it that way myself.
I don't either.
And why do you care? Like, why do you care what people think? Like, if they're not
I just
in
read
understanding of what we're talking about.
I just think it's funny that they aren't going to call Montagraph. No, they're not calling him insane. They're saying it's very logical and explaining it quite well. They're not wanting him to be in a straitjacket for believing in NK and the abilities of tuning frequencies into a particular person. Flo, you're muted.
Oh yeah, no. I've noticed that too, and I'm wondering if they're scared of Montagraph doxing them, or if it's just because they think women are easier to push off the hill. I don't know. I'm just curious. Just observing.
Hey, here's the thing there, Mitchell. I don't dox people unless they provoke me or attack me. I don't dox anybody. I don't go out and start trouble with nobody. No, I don't.
I don't know how else to facilitate this. Did Fauci provoke you?
I didn't dox him. I called him up and asked him questions. He provoked the entire country. He sure did.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I agree with that.
I think this MK Ultra stuff is a very delicate situation. Like, at least from the limited amount of research that I've done, from what I've read, and actually people whom I have spoken to, very small percentage of them who have been basically lifelong MK Ultra were able to escape it. Because it's like programming within programming within programming type of situation going on. They have handlers. We talked about this already, though, Sarah.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. He has a load of handlers. They're all around him. They surround him.
Basically, the whole of society are unethical human purification, and it's not new. It's been going on for thousands of years, basically. It's you gotta recognize that if you're having specific, you gotta deal with them specifically, and it's. I hope that makes sense. A better way to say it.
You're going in and out, so I can't hear half of what you're saying.
Yeah, your audio is kind of bad. Like, you sound clear for a second, but yeah, it's not great. I still think, though, that there's definitely a good possibility that all of it is a huge gaslight.
What do you mean?
You could convince if you convince people that they can scrape your thoughts and plant thoughts, guess what? You've just gaslit everybody about everything.
Okay, so
then you just add some fuel to the fire with Mandela effect, right? Mandela effect's all big right now. What's that?
Oh my God!
Yes, sir.
All right, I don't want to get into this discussion about the Mandela effect, but
it all fits together in the same sort of psyop. I sort of think
it's not like it's new.
It's a big gaslighting operation, basically. It's like a psyop. There may be some legitimacy to it, but there's some feedback on it. It can't be me. I'm not sure who it is. Ideal.
I think the echo is Montagraph.
I think it is
tinkered with it.
That's not me, I don't think.
No, I just fixed it. I took off your echo cancellation because you were popping earlier, but I put it back on.
It's me.
I think because I was yelling or something, so I apologize.
Oh, no, you're good. All right, Tommy, I'll bring you on stage, but remember to be, not like Snafu.
Right. Why would I be like Snafu when that's me and Monty's alleged alliance? Is I found Monty through Snafu opposition, and you jackasses still have the nerve to come at us like that makes us PDF. And I just wanted to show up to ask him why he's wasting his time with the likes of y'all.
Why are you wasting your time?
Yeah. I don't know why I let him up anyways. I've been banned from his channel for since he started using it. There's a question in the chat. Montagraph, what do you think about Jesus?
I'm agnostic.
Same. There you go. Rocky, if God wanted us to know about him, he would definitely have a way of making that happen. But he's going to say he did. It's called the Bible. Nuclear bombs. That's
So
another
Monty,
guess.
if I may ask a question.
Yeah, go for it, Daniel, and welcome.
Who's that?
That's Peniel
Do I have a
PP
delay
over on the side.
or fucking feedback?
Oh,
or...
yeah, go ahead, sir.
Yeah, do I have feedback or I'm good?
No, you're fine. You're just on a delay. You're lagging.
Do I have a delay? Well, like, what the fuck's going on here?
I think that's just the nature of Pineal. He's always.
I hear him. So
fine.
it's probably my internet. Shitty internet.
Turn your graphics off and just
Okay,
have
you
a
hear me fine.
regular
That's all I need to know.
icon.
That's good. So.
Okay.
So just have a regular. That's all I heard is so just have a regular. So just have a regular. All right, regular. So how many years ago were you involved with Anon, and how many years were you with them? If I can ask that.
2003, 2004.
If you don't want to answer, then I mean that's okay.
Peniel,
He's answering.
I gotta drop you. Your delay is way too bad.
What was the answer, Montagraph?
2003, 2004.
And I had a question, but I lost. Oh yeah. So I have a kind of a personal theory that nuclear. Well, I guess it's not just me, but that nukes were just energy control, so that people would stay on petro. Any thoughts to that?
Are you talking about nuclear power plants?
I'm talking about the bombs, right? If you know that nuclear energy can last basically indefinitely, but you want people to still be controlled through the petrodollar and fossil fuels, then you make refined whatever it is illegal internationally by pretending like it's super dangerous.
Oh, you're talking about the people that are trying to get rid of oil? It's all bullshit, dude. It's a scam. It's all a fraud. The whole thing is I don't want to get your channel deleted or banned, so I got to be careful what I say.
Sure.
Because Uncle Algo is always listening and transcribing, but the whole thing dealing with the climb, that one of the at John Kerry and his old band of boogeymen.
Oh, right. Yep.
Yeah. It's all bullshit. It's the biggest bullshit of all time.
It's transparent.
It's funny how one volcano emits more of what they're talking about than every single person on the planet for an entire year in one freaking eruption. And there's 19 of them right now, just to let you know.
If you want to do something about the environment, you would be figuring out how to convert all the plastic trash into fuel. Kills two birds with one stone.
Well, they already did that. There's also an enzyme that eats
but they're not
soil.
doing it, are they? Right? Like, you can do it. It's easy to do, but they are not doing it.
They are not doing it correctly. Not in mass. Same thing with the tires. Look at how many tires go into the tire graveyard every year, and then they just sit there. But some companies are, crunching them up and mixing it with concrete or asphalt, and they're making roads and they're doing their part or whatever you want to call it. But all this nonsense about that, we got to get rid of the farms and we got to get rid of cow farts and we got to make all the meats in the labs. No, you got to get off of natural gas. You got to get off of oil. The reason why they want you off of oil, here we go again. It's all about the electronic panopticon. They know damn good and well that if everybody switched from oil or gasoline cars and they went to the electric vehicles, we don't have we don't have the infrastructure to sustain for everybody to drive. Now you got a bigger problem. Those cars, those vehicles weigh 2 to 3 times more than the cars that you have now. So now all the parking garages, you got to redo them because they're not going to hold the weight. Here's another problem. Those things catch on fire all the time, and they're hotter than the surface of the sun. When the lithium, batteries catch a blaze, they'll burn right through glass. Underwater, it doesn't matter. So now you have a bigger problem. Again, they want you to be on this this world where you have the elite, the rich, and the poor. That's where they want you to be. How are they going to get you there? They're going to get you there that you got to do your part to save the planet. So you got to get rid of natural gas, right? You got to go with this solar bullshit, these little fans. You got to go ahead and get rid of your car, do your part. It'll be all worked into the social credit score, the universal basic income, the freaking blockchain. You might as well be a slave because that's what you're going to be. It's all bullshit.
I mean, it is bullshit. I guess I don't even know that you have to go that deep with this strategy. I look at it all as economic warfare.
Well, have you heard of the 2063 plan? The 2063 agenda is they're going to make Africa a superpower. So if you think that all the oil and the gas isn't going to be sold anymore, wrong. It's what's going to happen is Saudi Arabia, United Arab Emirates, Jordan, frickin' Iraq and Iran and Syria and Lebanon, all these Venezuela, they're going to be selling their oil to Africa, right there with Europe and right there with Australia and the Five Eyes nations and the United States. They're going to move all of their sales into China and into Africa. That's what's going on. Do you see Saudi Arabia raising hell that they're not going to be selling oil to the United States? No.
No, I didn't see that.
Because they're selling it to Africa. Africa is going to be the next superpower. And who is infiltrating like crazy into Africa? China.
I don't know that Africa has the topography for that. Africa is basically, aside from the Nile River, it's like one big sort of plateau. There's not really any good waterways. There's a geographical disadvantage there.
You know what? That's just not the case because hold on a second. There's this leader back there called Muammar Gaddafi who's in charge of Libya, and he had built one of the largest pipelines of water pipelines. That's why the United States went in there and bombed him. And he was building that pipeline to feed all of Africa. He sure was. The Libyan government was not under the central banking at all. And you being in banking would know that they certainly were not. And that's why they went in there and killed that dude. Because he was using what is called, let's see, there's water, it's called, anyway, you can harvest water. I think it's called, it starts with a P, I think. But anyway, you can harvest water from the earth everywhere. And you can get like tens of thousands of gallons. Primary water, that's what it's called. Primary water can be extracted from the earth on a very regular basis. And you can, fresh water. I mean, it's great. So that's not necessarily true. They can do that everywhere in the world, not to mention the machines that they bring in that suck the moisture out of the air and give you 6,000, gallons of water right there on the spot. Right? So water is not an issue. You know what I'm saying?
I do know what you're saying.
No problem. I love that hat. That's going to protect you from everything.
He's got the Raiden look and the foil look. He
got my blue blockers on. I'm all safe and convenient. I don't know what you guys are doing. You're all being thought scraped right now. I'm the only one that's got a unique thought here.
Who is this dick?
Figured I'd bring myself to the table here.
Can you shoot lightning? Can you shoot the lightning out of your fingertips too?
I'm working on it.
Oh damn! Did you see that? That was crazy.
Hot shit, but I'm not that hot.
So funny.
Hey, Flow State.
Yes, sir.
I only stepped in for a hot second, share some thoughts and experience with you real quick.
Okay.
All right. So it's like maybe 29 or 2009, 2010, somewhere in there, the Michio Kaku cat, he was talking about the fusion energy, right? And then in 2015, I seen a commercial talking about the nano as a delivery system to heal things from within, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if graph is an electric conductor and they just put a magnet on the sun stimulator, just a thought. Have a good one.
Thank you. I don't know if I followed that.
I didn't really understand.
Montagraph, did you follow that?
Sort of, kind of.
Yeah, a little bit.
I don't put a lot of credibility on Michio Kaku, to be honest. You know, he's one of those
Me neither.
like frontline, yeah, like on the TV, so-called scientist type of guy. But that's just me.
So, what do you think they're doing with? And maybe it's public information. I don't know, but the last handful of years, one of both Berkshire Hathaway and Bill Gates personally, they've invested a lot in like WM and other waste management companies. What's going on with that? Do you have any thoughts?
You asking me or asking everybody?
It's open to everybody. But you're
Waste
the one
management
you seem to have more thought or more. You seem to have knowledge of this stuff, and yeah. But anybody's welcome to answer.
I'll let Mitchell take that one.
I'm good. I pass.
Didn't have to kill the lights, did it? What's going on?
Yeah.
Well, they're definitely automating everything, right? And they got these technology trucks now that apparently they can't take more than what's in the can. So they're cramping down on that, making sure that you only throw away the allotted amount every month. And seems like it's all been monopolized. It's all just kind of fallen into that whole synchronization of technology with, dealing with everything humans deal with. But I'm sure they're going and can't do with our life according to our trash.
Well, if they're into waste management, that sounds like they're all about maybe recycling. I'm just guessing, because think about how many people actually go through the painstaking process of separating their aluminum and their glass and their paper and then their garbage.
Exactly.
Yeah. I don't know if they have it in your municipality, but geez, it's like, really? And then they charge you to do that. Man, it cracks me up.
I heard they sent a lot of it to China to have it processed and then bring it back here. So it's like it's a big racket.